Yeah, man, it's the one only DJ Chase, the pregame party Miss podcast right here on WDJC, DB, DJ Chase Radio, Spotify podcast, Apple Podcast, YouTube, DJ Chase TV. But enough for all of that, man. We got the one, the only, the super talented R&B singer and vocalist, the Bronx's own Bri Starr. What's up, mama? How you doing?
Hey, how's it going? I'm good. How you doing?
I'm chilling. I'm chilling. You know how it is, working regular smuggler. So
Yeah.
for sure, for sure. First and foremost, how are you feeling today? How's everything?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good. I'm in my season, sad season, so I feel charged up.
For sure, for sure. Now, I want to get to your background a little bit. You're from the Bronx. What part of the Bronx you from?
I'm from Uptown, so I grew up on not too far from 233rd. I grew up on a block named Harper.
Yeah.
So I was in between the Edenwald projects and the Secret projects, but I lived in a great neighborhood, private houses. It was awesome. My childhood was.
Yeah, for sure, man. And growing up in the Bronx, I'm from was born in Soundview, but from Harlem, so back and forth. How was it growing up in the Bronx for you? You know what I'm saying? Because the Bronx is not the same Bronx that we grew up in. So, yeah.
The growing up for me in the Bronx was dope. Like, everybody looked out for everybody. Like I said, I was in between, those two housing projects, but my brothers are older than me. They knew everybody. So if I was outside, it was always, "Baby, what you doing?" I'm like, "I'm going home." But it was a great experience. Like, I just had fun.
Yeah.
Great times, yeah.
For sure. Now you are mixed with Guyanese and Jamaican, and by the way of London, correct? So you were actually born in London, or you were born here?
No, I was born in New York. I was
born in New York. Okay,
born and raised New York, baby. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in London. I definitely did and still do. My mom is Afro-Guyanese, so she's Guyanese descent. My grandmother, but my father was born and raised in London. Migrated to New York. His parents are Jamaican. So that's where I get my heritage from. And again, growing up where I grew up, not too far from White Plains Road, 233rd, heavily populated with Jamaicans.
Yeah, Jamaicans, yeah.
So even though my grandparents were so far away, I still got to partake in such a great culture. Like, my culture, I'm in love with it. I'm obsessed with the music, obsessed with my heritage, the food. So I'm blessed.
For sure. Now, your dad was a DJ growing up. Was he and that's actually funny because that's where I come. I got my company name is Worldwide Sound, so it comes from like Sound Crews and Sound Clash and things like that. Like when your father, I was gonna say, your father being DJ. First of all, what's his name? Like, is he still DJ? That's what I want to ask.
So he's gotten calm since he's gotten old. So his DJ name is now DJ Mike Stanley.
Yeah.
When I was younger, he called himself the Bronx Bomber. I don't know. That was his name. So he's a fly guy. But he's now DJ Mike Stanley. Does it occasionally. He doesn't go crazy anymore. But his record collection goes stupid. So
yeah, I can imagine.
When I was younger, it would just be walls of vinyl. But he introduced me to a lot. So believe it or not, I'm an R&B singer, but I am obsessed with 90s hip hop. Like, I listen, and it's not only my dad, it's my brothers too. I listen to Nas like crazy. That's one of my favorite artists.
Yeah.
I listen to Jay-Z. I listen to Mos Def. Who else do I listen to? I listen to everybody. Rakim, Eric B. Like, I'm obsessed. So I definitely have such a great musical culture. And my mother listening to music, definitely the old reggae hits. That's definitely my mom. So
that's my thing right now. That's the, like, even when I DJ right now, I just DJ last night. Like, when you start playing the 2000s, like early 2000s reggae, it hits different. Like it hit different.
It hits different. Like, that's cookout music. That's what we listen to every summer, and it don't feel old. It just feels like, this is right. The food's gonna be good. The vibes is great. They playing the right music.
Yeah, for sure. Now, you're being that your dad was a DJ, and I'm very sure you've probably seen, a lot of things that he's gone through. What made you, like, what inspired you to get into music? Being that you started so young, it's like singing, but what inspired you to get into the music professionally?
I feel like I would always double back to it. My dad definitely inspired me. My mother inspired me. I see my dad, trials and tribulations. I see my dad want to pursue music 10 times harder than he did, but being that he had me, he had to stop. He had to, get a real job. And I feel like it's only right to keep doing it, not only for me, but for him, because, you know, that's what he loves to do. And if I could do something that makes me feel closer to him, that makes me feel great.
Yeah.
And like I said, I kept double back into music. Like I would do makeup. Oh yeah, I like doing makeup. It's fun. I gotta sing. Or I could be a baker or whatever. Like I'll see myself, or I could become a nurse. No, you have to sing.
Yeah,
you have to sing. So my bad, I got a phone call. My apologies.
You're right.
That chipped out. But I just kept spinning back. Like I have to sing. So I feel like that's the path I'm on. That's the path I decided to take, and that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully,
gotcha. Because you know this, because I was, you know, trying to get a feel for you on social media. It seems like you're kind of reserved, so that's why I'm like, you know, what's up with, you know, Bri? I'm like, you know, is she like, you know, what's up with her? So that's why I was more or less asking that question.
Super goofy. I gotta get out of that. I really
you gotta.
I'm super chill. Like I think I'm cool. Like I'm just like I'm too cool. Like I'm mad chill. But if you meet me in person, I'm goofy. I'm silly. I'm all over the place. Ask anybody. So. Yeah, I gotta push that out. I'm gonna start getting on TikTok because that's what everybody does. I'm gonna go on TikTok and start acting like myself.
Listen, do your thing, and you know, another question I have, just like kind of correlating to your dad being a DJ. You know, how did he feel when you was like, you know what, Dad, I want to get in the studio and start making records? How did he feel about it?
My dad said, "Don't trust nobody in the industry." That's the first thing he said. He said,
Good
"They're
advice.
all funny."
Not everybody's too bad.
I mean, he emphasized, "You're gonna know who your friends are."
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
He emphasized that. He said, trust no one and pay attention to your surroundings. Other than that, keep working on your craft, pick up a pen, write, even if it makes no sense, and record everything. Because everything that you do, it comes with growth. Like, you're going to have one good song. I have songs that I've sat on, and Safe Key is the first song I've dropped.
Yeah, I've noticed. We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, like, I am my biggest critic. So he said, you know, work on your craft, record, get comfortable in the booth, keep going, keep doing it, and then one day you'll get that tune. I even have family in London that makes music, a couple of records that they've come out with, and it's made waves. So, you know, it's rooted in my DNA. I know that for sure. So he knows what he's talking about, so I'm good.
Gotcha. You know, and that's actually good advice, you know. And you know, being that you, once again, you were groomed into the music business. What is actually like one, you know, besides performing or the fame or things like that, what is actually one aspect of the music business side that you actually like?
The music business side? That's a good question. I guess it's never dawned on me. I guess the opportunity that brings, maybe. I feel like once I get my foot in the door, I won't be limited, as you can't just label me as artist.
Yeah.
Like it's like, not only does it allow you to be this multi-platinum selling artist, like you could really make something of yourself. You can branch out into so many different crafts and make something of yourself. I like that aspect.
Yeah, no, and that's you know why I asked that too, because once again, I've been doing this a long time, so you know, a lot of art. I've seen thousands of artists at this point come and go, and it's like you know, everybody just wants, like you said, just to be the platinum selling famous Drake, but it's like that's a 1 out of a billion chance. You know what I'm saying? So, you know and I always tell artists too. I'm like, well, what is your actual goal? Like, what is your plan to, like, what do you want out of this? You know? So that's why I was kind of asking that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Like I know, honestly, like my brother asks me like all the time, would you be happy if you don't bust? I'm like, bro, if I'm making music, I think I'll be happy because it brings me peace and it brings me comfort. But my biggest goal is, once I get in there, like, show everybody, like you said, I'm very reserved on social media, but I just want people to know how I am as a person. Like, once they get to know me, they're gonna be like, oh, there's something special about her. And I want to grow. Like, I don't want to limit myself to just music. I want to just tap into everything and just, you know, give back, contribute, pour into other people what I have in myself, because I know it's a lot.
For sure. I respect that answer. And you know, I was introduced to you by my guy Euro Solomon. Shout out to him.
Solomon.
You know,
Solomon.
Yeah, for sure. How did you guys connect? Like what made you guys connect?
So I met Solomon in 2018 at work, and I worked at Sephora at the time, and
For sure.
I wasn't, like I said, I branched into everything. I said, let me be a makeup artist. And I was just, I don't know what was playing on the intercom. You know, that store music you get obsessed with after a while because they always playing.
You start jamming to it, yeah.
I started singing. And Solomon went from upstairs. He came down and Solomon's so silly. He doubled back. He danced back. He said, hold up. What's that? And I'm like, what's what? You sound like that, Bri, and you're not doing nothing. I'm like, no, Solomon, I'm chilling. I procrastinate. Procrastination at its finest. Like, I went to the studio with him a couple of times in like 2019, maybe. Didn't record nothing. And in 2020, you know, the pandemic happened and everybody started just sitting down like, what am I doing? And I recorded my first.
And I'm going to tell you about that in a second. Like, you know how many people have hit me up that are artists? I mean, everybody's an artist. Everybody on the place of earth, there's earth and then there's people and there's everybody's an artist.
Trust me. In their own aspect, yeah. So he hit me up. I was like, yo, Solomon, I think I'm ready. I want to go to the studio. He kept playing like, you know, this record for me. And I'm like, oh, this beat is dope. And he wrote my first record that I've never released. But I got in the studio and he said, yo, you don't even hear yourself. This is the first song you ever recorded and you walked on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? And Solomon has given me so much guidance, so much confidence within myself to just sit down and say, yo, Bri, like, not hear yourself. Now you can't tell me nothing. Now I think I'm the greatest singer of all time.
Listen.
I'm gonna make it. I'm a star. It's in my name.
Well, we gotta drop some more music, sis.
For sure. I got something. I got a lot lined up for y'all. Don't worry about that. I'm always ready for this now. So I'm not playing. I'm not playing at all. So Solomon is a great inspiration to me, a great friend, a great mentor, great management. Solomon is my right and my left hand.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
My dog. So
and it's always good, you know, it's always good to have that. You know, even with me, like I made a lot of mistakes not having the right people around me to push me as opposed to try, you know, so you know, that's always great to have somebody that just pushes you to, you know, pushes the best out of you, you know.
Yo, and I tell you, the absolute best. Makes you see things that you never see in yourself.
For sure.
It's great to have someone like him. My dad said, you're going to know who your friends are. I don't ever think twice about him. So great.
There you go. For sure. And now the new single, Safe Key, you know, you wrote that song yourself or somebody else?
So no, shout out to Harlem. I'm going to tell you right now. So shout out Harlem Sound Academy. There's a great artist. Everybody poured in. It was produced by Evan Brown. Amazing songwriter named Jewel. Myself and Solomon all chipped in to create that piece. So it's a very I love that record. A lot went into it. A lot of love, a lot of hard work went into it. So shout out to everybody.
Yeah, it's a smooth record, you know. And one thing I'm gonna tell you, like being a R&B singer, you got to do it a lot so you can get better at it. You know what I'm saying? That's what people don't realize. Like I tell artists, like I'm in my studio, like I work all the time. So I tell people all the time, the more you do it, it's like trial and error. You can see what, you know what I'm saying? It's like practice, like weightlifting and things like that. The more you do it, the more better you get at it. You know, and with Safe Key, it's, you know, it's a really cool record because it's more like Afrobeat, reggae, and R&B. Did you kind of do that on purpose because of your heritage, or you wanted it to sound like that?
Yeah, so I morely tapped into, like, you know, my dance hall kind of vibe. The beat was just like, we were all in the stool one day and like, not even all in the stool. I was home minding my business. And Solomon called my phone like, yo, get to the studio right now. I'm like, all right. He said, just trust me, Bri. So I'm like, all right. Lord, I've been asking for a sign. This might be it. So I just went to the studio and Evan, who produced it, played that. So I was like, oh, this is vibey. And we were just here and we recorded the hook for it. And I definitely, because of the sound it gave, I'm like, nah, I gotta tap into my roots. I gotta tap into my culture. But I did want it to be understandable for everybody, because I know when you go full patois, or full broken English, everybody's like, what she just said?
Yeah, they're not gonna understand you.
I wanted it to be, you know, understandable, relatable, and like, you know, you get what I'm saying, but you still feel a bop, you feel the vibe. So. I hope I think I executed it well, you know.
I mean, I be jamming to it, so I'll be listening to I get a lot of records, so you know, a lot of people be sending me. I get a lot of music, so you know, it's definitely a dope song, and I you know, in a sense of it, the type of singer you are, I definitely know that you could definitely get a lot of features and, you know, present it if you present it a certain way and get out there. And when people see this interview, they're like, oh, she's dope, you know what I'm saying, or she's, you know what I'm saying, she's fire, you know what I'm saying. So that's how I kind of look at it. And what do you like better? You like the stage better, or you like the studio better?
I don't know. I guess I like the studio a little bit better. but I'm not afraid of the stage. I performed recently at both the Harlem and Bronx Sound Academy. And the crowd received it well, so I guess my stage presence just has to get boosted, as I perform more. I guess I'll tap into that side, but right now I love the studio. I like sitting down in the studio and creating that vibe and that ambiance with the right, team. I think I could say I prefer the studio for now, but I'm not afraid of the stage.
For sure. And what is your goal? Like, do you have a full project coming, or you just want to do singles for now?
I definitely have a full project coming. I'm not, like I said, I'm not limiting myself. I have a couple more singles I will drop, but EP, and then hopefully, like I said, with a little hard work, and I'm patient. I know I'm gonna get there. I'm not doubting that. So when the time comes, hopefully an album. So
for sure. And and then before we get out of here too, got a few more questions. What are like who are some of the female artists that inspire you? So like you said, okay, like we're gonna do inspire, and then we're gonna say who you listen to now. So who are some of the female artists that inspired you?
I love Rihanna, if that's not obvious already.
Definitely, it is really. It's pretty obvious.
I am obsessed with her. Like, I just like I said when I go to the industry, like I want to take away, I want to pour into it, and I feel like she's like the embodiment of that. Like, she literally, a girl from the island, similar background, just went crazy. So I'm still listening to Rihanna. 2016 album, don't care. I'm listening to, I love Nina Simone. Her voice is captivating. Her message was always great. Another female artist I can say I am obsessed with, that's probably a little bit more current. I enjoy SZA.
Gotcha. Okay.
I enjoy her vibe. I enjoy everything about her energy. I'm trying to give you one more because I listen to so much music. It is crazy.
Yeah, one more is perfect.
I'm trying to give you one more. I listen to so much music. I'm trying to go back, like way back. I don't know why it's in my head. Aretha Franklin is on the top of it. I don't know why. Like I said, but again, a powerhouse. Like, these are women, their voices are so distinct. They're so amazing. Like, I feel like even their work ethic and cadence, like I'm obsessed with documentaries. I've seen everybody's biopic. So
that's dope.
Even their simple struggles inspire me. So, I respect them more as an artist. I am listening to right now, again, a lot of SZA, a lot of Rihanna. Mariah the Scientist, she's fairly new, but she's amazing. Like, I've been following her since 2019. I respect her craft so much. She's an amazing artist. I've been listening to her a lot. That's pretty much it for now. Like, I'm listening to a lot, but they're not all female. I listen to a bunch of Burna Boy, Wizkid.
Yeah.
A lot of Afro beats. There's another one.
Just going. So I'm like, I'm sitting here just listening, like, you know what I'm saying?
My bad. Like, I'm listening to so much music. Thames too. I would say Thames is dope too. She inspires me as well. So I'm done. I could go on forever about me.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna ask you too. Are you gonna ever do like just like straight like I guess I don't want to say dancehall, but I guess I say dance, like dancehall reggae. You're gonna more or less stick to the American style of music.
I'm gonna mix it up and confuse y'all. One day I'm gonna give y'all play the American. One day I'm gonna give you something. I would never forget my whole culture. I would never forget my heritage because it makes me different from everybody else. It makes me relatable, but it makes me breathe. So that's not gonna stop. But I'm not gonna oversaturate it. I'm gonna definitely I'm versatile. I'm not one kind of artist. I might come out with a house song. I don't know. I would never limit myself. So
yeah, for sure. And one of my last questions is, I want to ask this: a lot of artists, especially like your dad being who he is, and you mean Yura Solomon and things like that. Do you feel like you want to stay independent or you want to go major?
I mean, I'm open to the idea of being major, and I feel like because of the people that's in my corner, when that day does come for me to get my deal, I'm confident that I'm gonna get the best kind of deal. So I even spoke to my dad. Because he's that, I love the fact that he believes in me so much. He said, well, I got the lawyer ready. Whenever they come with your contract, don't sign nothing. Get the lawyer. We got a good lawyer. I'm like, okay, Daddy. And Solomon, like I said, so much love for him. I know he has my best interest at heart, so he's gonna guide me. I look for a lot of guidance to him. So if he says, Bri, we're gonna do independent because this, I'm gonna look into independent. But right now, definitely would love to be signed, and I feel like I'm gonna get the right deal for me.
For sure. That's a very, very honest answer, because a lot of artists, they say independent. I'm like, You don't know what that means. So I'm like,
no.
you don't know what that means.
Like you said, it goes back to who I know and the things that I've seen. And, you know, I've seen a lot. So I know the truths behind of, like, you know, independent artists, they got to work 10 times harder and push everything out themselves. I'm going to be real about it. So
exactly, for sure. I appreciate that answer. My very, very last question, I always ask this to everybody, you know, especially you being, you know, having such a background in music and studying music. What advice would you have for anybody trying to get into the music business from your perspective?
Read this book called Zen and the Art of Writing. It allows you, and it shows you that you have to, you know, stay on top of things. Nothing gets better without repetition. Nothing gets better, even if it doesn't make sense. You keep trying, you keep writing, or you keep painting, or you keep pushing yourself in what you want to do. Even if it's a small reward, for some, it's a huge reward for you because you never knew how far you could take yourself. You are losing if you are not working towards it. You are wasting time if you doubt yourself. Self-doubt. Sometimes you are your biggest enemy. You are your biggest roadblock. Stop being the barricade. Let that barricade down and you will fly. Let the blessings come in. They come in. They'll pour in once you believe in yourself.
There you go. And on that note, we are out of here, Miss Bri Starr. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, we're gonna do this. We definitely do this again when you got some more music out. So we're gonna chop it up more.
It's coming.
I wanted to get in early, so I was like, oh, okay.
I appreciate all the love. Definitely, it's gonna be Bri Starr everywhere.
Gotcha. Where can our people find you on social media? And how can first of all, I gotta ask for my producers. How can my producers send you beats? How can they send you some beats?
You guys could DM me. I'm definitely going to answer all of them. My name is Brianna, BRIANNA.SS on Instagram. Definitely could find me on that. You could even hit up my email, bstarstanley. So there you go.
You got any shows coming up? What's up?
Not right now. I have my last 2 shows end of last month, but I'm going to have something in the works. You'll be the first to know.
Got you. It's the Bronx's own Bri Starr, man. You know what it is, man. She's here. The new single out, Safe Key, is streaming right here on DJ Chase Radio all day long. It'll be playing on my station. You know this, man. It's a pregame party in this podcast. WDJCDB, DJ Chase Radio, DJChase.net. Get that DJ Chase merch. Spotify podcast, Apple podcast, iHeart podcast, and YouTube DJ Chase TV. Yeah. DJ Chase TV.
It's official. Come on. Locked in with DJ Chase on the pregame party mix.